Let he who has wisdom understand. We are in the now and forever. So stay cool. Alright. Okay. Hit the button, bitches. Bitches is a term of endearment coined by Zero Hedge in the great financial almost collapse of 2008. That's right. Zero Hedge is talking the Thor News language with a tropical storm warning issued for portions of eastern Dominican Republic. New centers are forming for bad guy Dorian Gray. So prepare for things to get strange. We got multiple issues that we're dealing with on the weather sides. There's a lot of craziness going around in the talk amongst the weather kids, and by kids I mean adults, was that all the attention that was being paid on Dorian should have been focused on what was happening in Oklahoma. They had some major, severe, nasty weather happening last night. But overall, let us not lose sight of the big picture here. And the big picture is everywhere, it would seem. And that from now until November, we are on super asteroid Pi Club high alert. And Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, we need to keep an eye on this. It is projected now, as was my gut feeling, that it will thread the needle and then go like that. And it is my honest calculation that if it threads the needle, in the worst case scenario, it could be a Category 4 hurricane. But there's a chance that when it hits wind shear, somewhere through here, it could tear apart. It already has a lopsided formation. And in a Jedi sense and a Harry Potter sense, I think working together, we can tear it apart with our mind. Prayers, thoughts, songs, and singing, plus dancing. But we're going to need a lot of energy over the next 2 months. But we then have a low that will be moving up off of Tropical Depression 6, the Northeast Atlantic, and it looks like a dragon. Totally looks like a freaking dragon, man. So let us watch as the mass mesocomplex over Oklahoma, it's almost like a bomb drops from up top here, and then right down the line, smack. And that looked rough, but there's a whole lot of processes. And once again, we have look at that, dude. These are like Mayan, Aztec, and Quetzalcoatl looking flying weather dragons. And we've been tracking them here at Thor News for years now. Because what I do is I combine science, mythology, and love, and figure it all out. Asterisk. But yeah, dude, like if anything about this, you got 111, 2, and I've said that if we see patterns form, you could see a situation where you have multiple hurricanes descending upon lands that are heavily populated. James Wheeland, 11 a.m. Dorian update, has it almost a hurricane when it reaches the Florida coastline this weekend. We will probably see a hurricane watch go up at some point this week. And let me say again, we're definitely in the range of, it is 2019, who knows what is going to happen. Worst case scenario, prepare for a hurricane, regardless of category. Best case scenario, nothing happens, but I wouldn't prepare for that. And Puerto Rico's infrastructure is still so weak that we can't really take any type of serious hits. And Puerto Rico is almost like a petri dish for the rest of America. in some way, shape, or form, every state, every colony, whatever you guys want to call it, corporate colony, America, the United States corporate colonies of America. They're building a wall between the Americas. It's crazy. That's what, okay, I was talking about, don't want to get off, but their infrastructure is very weak. Power grid, supply lines, roads, they're going to need all the help they can get if it hits it in any significant way. And we're talking about it threading the needle, possibly. Anthony Siciliano, latest Tropical Storm Dorian satellite loop and projected tracks. So right now, it's anybody's guess where this thing is going and what it is going to do, though you do have a range to guess within. And so if it goes over this territory, this is heavily mountainous, or so I'm told. I've never verified with my own eyes. Either way, any type of land interaction with the core would tear the storm up and inhibit and possibly prevent any further development down the line. And I would say definitely be prepared. And I would hope that Americans this year, year number 3, act number 3 of crazy freaking hurricanes, man, would do better about rallying around our brothers in need should worst case scenarios begin to unfold. And everything starts to surprise to the upside. Nicholas Isabella, if Tropical Storm Dorian follows the latest Atlantic track, it will be the first storm to split the islands of Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico without making landfall. Hortense 1996 made landfall in southern Puerto Rico, and Bertha brushed the Dominican Republic. And so it's like, this is a lot of energy. It's like Newton's laws. If this thing is going to be probably gaining steam until acted upon by a stronger exterior force. And so if it goes straight through and threads the needle completely, then this thing, that's when I call, like, it could be a category 4, depending on, it's like the worst of the worst case. You could see this thing be a bad, and I will say to anybody who would be looking at any type of a hurricane landfall this year in the next 2 months, if it is coming anywhere near you and it is projected to be category 3 or higher, I would not stay there. But we definitely have time for that unless you're on islands. Then you just got to pray. And we will all pray. But I'm sticking with one much earlier projection. It's probably going to, in some form, thread the needle, come through here, hit Florida I would guess 100 miles above Miami. But anywhere between Miami, yeah, here is a good range. Cranky Weather Guy reminding us that this is just one piece of a much, much larger deal. King of Weather Twitter, I will leave his blog linked for you in the information box. Please check it out, as the weather is going to be more severe, increasingly over the next 2 months. Interest continues to be strong in AL06's inverted trough to sweep eastern New England and brush the mid-Atlantic coast, while strongly interacting with incoming front to enhance mid-Atlantic showers. New England rain, actual low, takes the right hook. Read his AM blog for details. So yeah, you have this chunk over here, and this is a freaking super variable too. It's almost like a mini cyclonic thingy. Is it close enough to be Fujiwara? Who knows? And I've been noting it does this weird hitch where it like looks like it heads here and then it just hitches out. And Cranky seems to agree with it, but this looks like a scorpion's tail, so who knows? Plus, dragons. And then you got this one coming behind it, and you had that major MCS blow up over Oklahoma that did major damage, and tornadoes were flying everywhere, and then a lot of places were flooding. Calm down, take a breath. Okay. So yeah, there's a lot going on. Robert LaRoche, nice to see Dorian only looking like a big cluster of thunderstorms. Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic. But I would say for overall, if it threads the needle, this thing just shows that it can be a fighter. and most of the models are consistently showing up as a tropical storm minimum when it reaches Florida. And that my overall intuition bells are not super ringing for Puerto Rico or Dominican Republic, though I will keep my eye on this. And if I change my opinion, I will tell you. Anthony Siciliano, when a front meets a tropical wave to south-northeast, it pours. Heavy rains likely at times for parts of the region today, afternoon, into Thursday. Sim radar loop. Thanks, Tony. Okay. Yeah, and if that low that is offshore, TD6, so you have an evil number and an evil Dorian Gray. What more signs do you need, man? This is serious shit, bro. If this thing forms more, becomes more of a Quetzalcoatl storm sooner, and surprises to the wild side, Katia Land, which is also known as New York, and I think Emma's been there too. Okay, that you got, I don't know, so many variables on the board, and it'll reach peak wildness in October, I think. So hackers allowing, I will be riffing on this shit all day. On and off. In my style. A lot of people are covering it. If my style is not for you, all right then. I'm cool with that. Yeah, dude. This is just one piece of a pretty wild puzzle. And the majority of the time this year, in my channel, I've been talking about this hurricane season, September and October, with the planetary alignments of Neptune and Eris, and all the gas giants being on the same side, and Saturn and Jupiter, the two largest gas giants, being so close. We're going to see a lot of Earth changes. We're going to see a lot of solar system changes. Everything is moving forward and evolving. And just the fact that you got the universe, our solar system itself, is so cool. I mean, you can go out and look at the sky night or day, and it's always an amazing painting that changes. So why do we keep staying the same? Yeah, so as far as the gas giants go, they're like, our entire majority of the mass planets are in like 2 or 3 pieces of the whole pizza. And then you still got planets retrograding. You got Saturn retrograde, Uranus retrograde, Neptune retrograde, Pluto retrograde, Chiron, the healer, retrograde. So we won't get another planet moving forward until the middle of September, I believe, the 17th. So, yeah, Asteroid Fight Club, super full high alert. No joke. Models hint at strengthening towards Florida. It's definitely got that roll-on look. It's just rolling. Da-da-boo. The Florida Wave Master has taken me a while to become sold. Still need to lie with Puerto Rico and Hispan. But wow. I have blocked out Dorian. It is important to not focus on center of rotation to see where it is going. You have to look out ahead. Possible hurricane coming Florida East Coast. And it's just one piece of the puzzle. That's a giant. That's like a chimera and a dragon and a Quetzalcoatl. There's a lot on this plate, man. Only it's coming to eat us with moisture. Proud Mary, keep on burning. Let us change, grow, and transform together better than ever. I will say prayers for y'all. And will y'all say prayers for me? Will you pray that my hackers will let me do my thing my way? I miss making edited videos. They mess with me every single time I try. Every single time. And just let me do what I do instead of increasing the weird hacker activity as the situations get more dire. Cool? Cool. So God bless everyone. Get busy living or get busy dying. Hopefully I'll have updates for you all day, baby.